grab your seat and don't move an inch because there's a storm brewing in paradise. I've got 3 massive stories for you, from Reo Hatate fighting to prove his place, to Auston Trusty earning a huge international call-up, and the last one, oh, it's the biggie. The next Celtic manager might already be waiting in the wings. You'll want to hear this one till the very end. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Reo Hatate, eh? There's a lad that can light up paradise one week and have you scratching your head the next. You know what I mean? When he's on it, he's pure magic. That touch, that drive, that vision. The kind of player that makes you gasp and shout, "Go on, son," before you even realize it. But lately, well, it's not been quite the same story for the Japanese magician in the green and white. Under Brendan Rodgers, Hatate was untouchable. First name on the team sheet, no questions asked. But since Martin O'Neill stepped in, the midfield's had a bit of a shake-up. Arne Engels doing the dirty work behind Calmac, Benjamin Nygren flying forward with all that flair, and suddenly Reo's finding himself parked on the bench, looking on as someone else steals the limelight. And ye can tell, can't you? It's getting to him a wee bit. There's been whispers, folks saying he maybe thought he'd be off in the summer, maybe lost a bit of that fire. You can see flashes of frustration. The loss of Greg Taylor's inverted fullback role hasn't helped either. It's thrown off the rhythm that used to suit Reo's game so well. And now, to make matters worse, he's been snubbed by Japan again, 4th squad in a row, without a call-up. Imagine that, from being a regular for the national team to watching Dyson Maeder packing his bags while he stays behind at Lennoxtown. That's gotta sting. But here's the thing, and I'll say it straight, this is where players either crumble or come back stronger. The boy's got too much class to fade away quietly. If Nygren can be a bit hot and cold, there's your chance, Reo. Show O'Neill you've still got that spark that made us all fall in love with your football in the first place. When he's on his game, there's few in the league that can touch him. What he needs now is that consistency to turn the flashes into full matches and the moments into momentum. You know, it's one of those crossroads moments for him. We've seen players before, they drift, then suddenly they click again and it all changes. So the question is, can Reo do that now? When Celtic needs that creative spark most, can he fight his way back into the side and make himself indispensable again? Because let's be honest, with the World Cup on the horizon, he's running out of time to prove he belongs on that plane with Japan. And maybe, just maybe, the fire he needs is already burning. He just needs to show it where it matters, on that pitch, in front of us, under the lights of paradise. So let me ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. Has Reo Hatate still got the fight in him to be a starter at Celtic, or are we starting to see his time in the hoops fade away? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's giant loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Now here's a bit of news that'll warm you up on a cold Glasgow morning. Big Auston Trusty's back in the USA squad. Aye, after nearly a year out of the international scene, the big man's been called up by Mauricio Pochettino, and I'll tell you what, it's about time. The lad's been pure class for Celtic these past few months, growing into one of Martin O'Neill's most dependable players. It's funny, isn't it? Not long ago, folk were wondering if Trusty had dropped off the radar completely, left out of Park's first squad, a few whispers going round about whether he even fit into the new gaffer's plans. But as usual, he's gone and done what proper Celtic players do, shut up the doubters with performances that speak louder than words. You saw him in that semi-final against the Rangers, didn't you? He was like a brick wall in boots, nothing getting past him, no matter how hard the Blues huffed and puffed. And that's what makes it even sweeter. It's not just that he's playing well, it's that he's doing it in the games that matter most, when the pressure's on and the whole of paradise is roaring behind him. Since coming up from Sheffield United, Trusty's settled right into Glasgow life. You can see he's loving it. He's got that mix of power and composure that fits Celtic perfectly. O'Neill trusts him no pun intended. And with Cameron Carter-Vickers out long-term, he's stepped up like a man possessed. Strong in the air, calm on the ball, a bit of swagger about him too. You can almost see him growing with every match. For the USA, it's a massive boost having a defender playing in these kinds of atmospheres. It toughens you up, playing at Paradise, hearing that roar, and going up against the chaos of the Scottish game. That's no easy school, my friend. Poch will know he's getting a player that's battle-tested and full of confidence. And for Celtic, it's brilliant to see another one of our lads getting the recognition he deserves. We've had our fair share of injuries, and yet it's boys like Trusty keeping the ship steady. You can't help but admire that sort of grit. But here's one to think about, and I'll throw it right to you. With Trusty growing into a key man under O'Neill and Carter-Vickers still months away from returning, does this feel like the moment the American finally makes that centre-back spot his own for good? Or will it all change once the big fella's back fit? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's giant loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Now this one's a belter, and you can feel the tension in the air around Paradise. Word coming through that Kieran McKenna, the Ipswich town boss, is very interested in taking over as the next Celtic manager. And let's be honest, who wouldn't be? The call of Paradise, the green and white hoops, the chance to lead the boys back to glory. It's enough to make any ambitious gaffer's heart race faster than a Saturday night on Sucky Hall Street. The story's broken through Football Insider, and apparently McKenna's starting to get a wee bit restless down south. Ipswich were tipped to be flying in the championship this season, pushing for promotion, but after a 1-1 draw with Watford, they're stuck mid-table, sitting 10th. And now the whispers are that his bosses aren't too happy. Now questions being asked, the mood turning. Perfect timing, eh? You can almost picture it. McKenna looking around Portman Road thinking, what am I doing here when I could be walking out under the lights of Paradise? The lad's young, sharp, and got that Manchester United pedigree from his assistant days. He's known for his modern football, high press, fast transitions, the sort of football that'd get the Celtic soul buzzing again. And let's be real, Martin O'Neill's been holding the fort like the legend he is, steadying the ship, bringing the spirit back, but everyone knows he's not here for the long haul. The board will need a long-term plan, and McKenna's name keeps coming up like a drumbeat. A young manager with ambition, hungry for silverware, and unafraid of a challenge. Sounds like the kind of man who'd fit right in with the roar of the Green Brigade behind him. There's something poetic about it too. A Northern Irishman in O'Neill steadies us. And now another Irish-influenced gaffer might be next to carry the torch. You can almost see it unfolding, can't ye? The kind of story that feels right for Celtic. Bold, risky, full of belief. But here's the question I'll throw to you, and it's a spicy one. Would ye trust a relatively young English championship boss to lead Celtic into Europe and back to dominance in Scotland? Or should the board go for a more experienced, battle-tested name who knows exactly what it means to manage a giant like Celtic? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's giant. Loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs.